And here were the Memphis Grizzlies, focused on the task at hand as they came into the arena earlier on. And the game arrivals sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The lights of downtown reflecting off the Willamette River in this terrific look at the picturesque city of Portland. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Hey, Dave.
Well, Damian Lillard is not just the best player on the Blazers, he's the team's unquestioned leader. But he said leadership is not all about talking. It's about letting others hold you accountable, too. Being coachable and committing to a common purpose. For him, guys, being a leader doesn't mean he puts himself above his teammates.
I like that story, David, and a good attitude. Great job. Thank you so much. A little over a month left in the regular season. Let's take a look at the top rookies as we break down the race for Rookie of the Year. Take a look at Clark. He's just not quite in the running at this point, and while he's had a pretty good season, it doesn't look like he'll be a contender.
And maybe he's not there with the absolute cream of the rookie crop, but I think the transition to the NBA has been a fluid one for him.
No, it has been. He's done pretty much everything they've asked of him, and he's shown that he has the potential to be a big-time player in the next few years.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. They've got Anderson. Bell is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Then it's Morant, and it's Melton in at the shooting guard.
Here we go.
And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Whiteside is out there with Anthony, and it's Ariza in at the 3. Now, here's Lillard.
Get through.
Whiteside with it. Passes it to McCollum. Off target with his 3. And when you think of Jordan Bell, you think of do-it-all big man.
Specifically how strong he is on defense. Great timing for blocking shots, good hands, and can guard anybody out on the floor. Can finish plays as well when moving at the hoop.
So the Memphis Grizzlies able to put the first points up on the board. Whiteside kicks to McCollum. Kicks it out to Lillard. Whiteside, the pass to Ariza. Back to Whiteside. Lays it up off the glass.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, GA, I mean, great look. High percentage shot. That's the efficiency you're looking to establish.
Here's Melton. Hassan Whiteside made his last basket. Shot clock at 6. They get it again. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Whether he's starting or coming off the bench, Valanciunas is a nice piece to have. He's a big man who's a nightly double-double threat.
Memphis shooting their first free throws of the evening. That free throw missing.
Yeah, Kevin, the front office shakeup this summer for the Grizzlies. Now, the new leadership wants to take more of a long-term, proactive approach to things.
And he sinks the second. And many fans in Memphis had hoped for a change. But, Chris, they still had some question marks with this new leadership.
Yeah, Kevin, that's because they're relatively young and unproven. Former lawyers rather than basketball minds. But we're seeing that league-wide, teams are going with former agents and lawyers in their front office.
Oh, wow!
Nice! Oh, it's easy to forget about Lillard's hops. I mean, this guy has some sick dunks up his sleeve.
Here's Melton. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Orlando. Here's Morant. And it's blocked by Whiteside. And they'll keep possession. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Now, here's Lillard. Not a lot of room.
And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame Dollar living up to one of his many nicknames, but money well spent by the Blazers.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
Yeah, the Blazers boasting one of the game's elite backcourts in Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum. I mean, other than the Splash Brothers, these two have the most points and three-pointers of any duo over the last handful of seasons.
Both free throws good from Lillard.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. To the paint. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. They get Hassan Whiteside.
A rugged player. I mean, Bella's a hard-nosed guy to tie down. I mean, when he's aggressively trying to score out there, look out.
And the Blazers used to stagger Lillard and McCollum's minutes. Chris, now they've embraced these two playing together more often.
Yeah, and they should, Kevin. I mean, they're both standing about 6'3", so defensively they give up a little height. But on the offensive end, the firepower that they bring to bear is something to watch.
He's off on the first.
And remember now, Bell was a second-round pick, and he thought he should have been higher. Plays with a chip on his shoulder. I like him.
Little. He's checked in for Whiteside. He hits the second from the line. Chris, you look at the grind of a regular season. Adam Silver seems open to fewer games or even fewer minutes per game. What do you think of that?
This is one that I'm not with, Kevin. You know, in my day, you had guys play 82 games. And let's go back to the days of Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain. They were playing in shoes that basically were socks, and they didn't have tape, and they didn't have all the things that we're privy to in the medical industry. So I think we should keep it at 82 games and minutes the same, because it keeps a full context of sports where you can talk about Harden versus or Westbrook versus a Big O. It keeps the argument in the same place. I think fewer games, fewer minutes starts to change the dynamics and the expectations of what players can do. I don't mind changing and adding tournaments, letting guys get more rest, but I think the number of games and the minutes of the game has to stay 48 minutes, has to stay 82 games.
Very interesting. And here's Morant. He's coming off a 22-point game against Orlando.
As good of a scorer as he was in that game, he was even a better passer. A lot of assists for him.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you have to bring much faster help than that.
Lillard from outside. They get the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Now here's Morant. Covered by Lillard. Valanciunas. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Valanciunas has got his second basket of the night.
Well, this is why Morant's teammates love to play alongside him. I mean, exceptional vision, and he's incredibly unselfish.
And he's able to get it back. Cullen passes to Ariza. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Little.
Oh, a good shot blocker who competes hard on defense. Defenders better think twice before trying Valanciunas.
Here's Melton. He's guarded by McCollum. Here's Valanciunas. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one's on Anthony. And the emphasis on mobility, a challenge for lumbering 7-footers like Valanciunas.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're not going to be the quickest when you're 7 feet tall, Kevin. I mean, in order to earn his keep, he has to be dominant inside. I mean, he has that capability.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
Well, and Kevin, in the Memphis Grizzlies, I mean, playoff contenders for 7 straight seasons from 2010 to 2017. I mean, a Western Conference Finals appearance in 2013. Now a new phase as they look to rebuild this roster.
That one misses. And Chris, in the small market of Memphis, there's been a resistance to hitting that reset button and going young.
Well, yeah, with fan attendance dropping in each of the last 4 seasons, I mean, they've reached their pain threshold. And with this team struggling, the writing was on the wall.
Anderson against Ariza. 3-pointer, Lillard. The shot, no good. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
It's stolen by Little. Down low. And it's Anthony with the jam.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
Now Morant. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Bell trying to break loose. The Grizzlies with another miss.
That's high-quality defense right there. Reading the situation, reacting, and making that a very tough jump shot.
Oh, nice drive there to get to the bucket using some of that terrific agility that he possesses.
Now here's Morant. Covered by Anthony. Poked loose. It's stolen by Anthony. Here's Lillard. The Grizzlies pull it in. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
Total embarrassment. I was shocked at how poorly they played. I think they were shocked.
No, they just had nothing going for them. They look very defeated out there.
And it's Ariza with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. 3-point lead. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
Well, you know, the ball movement was lacking. And, Greg, you know, things got stagnant. That's why their offense looked so off.
And again, Memphis no good.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Oh, textbook defense. I mean, it took a good angle to the shooter and bothered the release.
Here's Anthony. The rebound by Anderson. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Melton passes to Valanciunas. Count that one. Valanciunas has got 8 points.
Oh, he's got to roll in this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
Pass to Lillard. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Valanciunas has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Melton. Here's Bell. And Anthony sends it back. Ariza outside. Floats one up. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
They are just killing them on the interior.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Last time they met was in Memphis.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
Well, it's such a boost. I mean, not something you want to have to count on every night, but you can tell how much they trust their reserves.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Jang, he's checked in for Bell. Josh Jackson comes in for Kyle Anderson. Brooks checked in for Milton. And Jones subbed in for Morant. Outside, Jones. Little with the rebound.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
And 6 straight playoff appearances for the Blazers under Terry Stotts. Last season making the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, GA, and he was rewarded with a multi-year contract extension. He's done a great job developing their young players while also having them compete at a high level. Oh, I love the rabid intensity right there. Valanciunas, he is capable of doing real damage on the offensive boards.
Simons, the pass to Anthony. Nice D from Valanciunas. The Grizzlies trail by 3. To the inside. And that comes off the assist by Jones. And 12 points for Valanciunas.
Oh, you see how focused Valanciunas is? He's got this positioning. He's determined to score.
Pass to Trent. Fires for 3. And it's Simons missing. Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. The pass to Jones. Feeds to Valanciunas. Over Trent. And Valanciunas again. Valanciunas has got 14 points.
Oh, it's huge whenever Valanciunas puts together games like these. I mean, showing how dominant he can be.
Anthony right side. And the rejection by Jang. Jones looking for an opening. He kicks it to Jackson. Passes it to Jang. Some nice passing there by Memphis. 6 on the shot clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. 3-pointer, Brooks. He can't get it to go. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Jackson passes to Jones. And another basket for Memphis.
And you got to love how Jackson shares the ball with his teammates. You got to like that unselfish mindset.
To the middle. Here's Trent. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, Greg, it's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
Jackson finds Jones. Over to the wing. Here's Jang. That's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. While there's a chance, let's show you the teams that have thrived on the fast break this season. The Grizzlies 4th.
You know, it's an entertaining style of play. And look, I mean, those are the baskets you want if you've got the legs for it. Scoring becomes a lot easier.
1:11 left to play here in the first. 3 on the clock. Jones for 3. Portland grabs the miss. Pass to Simons. A 3. And Valanciunas pulls it down. Valanciunas has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Now here's Jones. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. They get it back. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And the missed opportunities for them at the line here early on.
Grizzlies have hit half their free throws in this one, going 3 of 6 so far. First free throw is good.
And the Blazers, one of the best offenses in the league. I mean, their guards can make most any shot. And they've got some glass eaters to chase down any misses.
so he gets them both.
And what you like most about Brooks is his attacking mentality. I mean, he's someone who excels at taking on the defense and charging inside.
Pass to Anthony. Here's Trent. Lets the three fly. Drains it from beyond the arc. Trent's got 5. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Jackson, and that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 3 assists tonight.
And how about the attack mode mentality that Jackson possesses? You can see there, even on the mid-range, he is looking to be aggressive.
Here's Anthony, and that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. It's all tied in Portland, and the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Great team play, so key to winning. Damian Lillard broke down the keys.
Be a star in your role. You know, I think it's one thing to say, let's be consistent, let's play hard, let's do all of these things. And I think as competitors, as professional athletes, we're going to play hard. You're going to be competitive because we're competitors. We don't make it to this level for no reason. But I think at this level, you also have egos.
Knowing your role and playing it so well is so crucial.
Yeah, when everybody buys in and plays for one another, that's when teams play their best ball.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Setting the pace early, GA. I like this aggressive mind state. I love this approach so far.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Trailblazers, Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Simons in at the 1 spot. Here's Hezonja. The Grizzlies pull it in.
The D making that layup look very uncomfortable for him. Good aggressive work down low.
Inside, Jackson. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 4 assists in the game.
I tell you, at 6'8", Jackson is a more than capable scorer on the inside. Great at getting close to the rim and just finishing with the soft touch.
Here's Little. They grab their own miss, and Whiteside stays right with it. Whiteside's got it all tied up now for Portland.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. And there's the pass to Brooks. And the 3-ball is good. Brooks has got the lead up to 3 now for Memphis.
You see the confidence rising? I mean, when Brooks is firing away like this, keep feeding him.
Whiteside, the pass to Simons. Here's Trent, defended by Jones. Passes to Whiteside.
And it's been talked about for some time, but last summer the Heat finally decided to pull the trigger on Hassan Whiteside. Traded to Portland for Leonard and Harkless. Whiteside and the Heat had soured on each other in the trade. A chance for both sides to have a fresh start.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. We're talking about number 1 options at the offensive end. There's a mentality, right, that you got to have as the team's go-to scorer, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Let's look at Harden. He can go 0 for 7, and then he expects to go 27 for 27. How about Curry? Have you ever seen Thompson when they said, oh, my God, Klay Thompson is off. Last game, he only had 11 points. Well, when that happens, you can bet your last dollar that the next game,
Look out.
He's going to make every shot. And so what it is, again, a short memory. Whether you make a lot, so what? I'm going to do that again tonight. And if you missed a lot the previous night, so what? That wasn't this night. Let's get it right now.
And Zhang kicks to Jones. Shoots over Lillard. Jones, no luck.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Ariza. And another shot. And the rejection by Zhang. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zhang. McCollum's checked in for the Trailblazers. Morant, he's checked in for Memphis. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. 5 on the clock. Lasagna, the pass to Lillard. Nailed from three-point land. Lillard's got 9 points.
With his ability to accelerate, defenders have to be careful against Lillard. It's either give him the 3 or risk the blow-by.
Here's Morant. No good there. Now Portland takes it the other way. Ariza with it. Pass to Lasagna. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Shooting for Portland, Mario Hezonja. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Lasagna. Anderson, he's checked in for Zhang. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. The Grizzlies coaching search took 2 months. They finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job.
And it's McCollum off the drive. And McCollum with the slam.
He's an excellent penetrator. I mean, as soon as McCollum sees a lane, he's all over.
The Grizzlies trail by 6. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, they have to regroup and revisit their strategy at the defensive end.
I'm in the bed, debate about who's the greatest, what you debate. Make it for Colorado. You running the house when I stay with the person, ready to go. Get the city with dollars, I'm already doing it. I just go pick up the job. I just ambition for job. Then I go back and I gotta be the life, but honestly, yes, to tell it. Down. Someone with me in the crew. Honestly, I don't know. Snakes is crazy, he's not somebody I probably knew. Yeah, I don't get it, no clue. That just, do. That just a add to the list. Energy too. Put it on the way. I want everyone to win. I just have to lead the losers. Treating me like this is land. I just really come my bed. I got some beautiful hair. I ain't just searching for something that's real because it's really not what they say. But honestly, I'll put my point. Sometimes I see him.
With this break in the action, we can see the top passing teams in the league, courtesy of the 2K leaderboard. Number 1, the Grizzlies.
The beauty of watching this team is seeing the ball move around the court. It doesn't stick. That's why they're at the top of that list.
Now here's Morant. He's guarded closely, and Whiteside sends it back. Here's Lasagna. Shoots over Morant. Here's Whiteside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah,
a nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Hey, Chris, this year Pioneer Chuck Cooper inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. Long overdue, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, he was the first African-American player ever to be drafted. I mean, let's just think about that. Jackie Robinson of basketball. He paved the way, and what he endured, and his teammates, by the way, of all colors, is well documented. And I think the Celtics need to, and I think they will retire his number 11 and have it hang up in that famed Raptors of theirs over there.
I agree. D'Anthony Melton, he's checked in for Memphis. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Grizzlies trail by 8. And here's Morant. He's still scoreless so far in this one. A three-pointer is right on target.
And getting going here in the second quarter, his second three-pointer of the game.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Here's Whiteside, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
One shot.
Free throw, good, Whiteside. The Grizzlies trail by 8. Now Morant. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Ariza's got 6 rebounds in the game.
As you said, he's dragging them down. Not a single bucket.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. And it's Morant missing. The Trailblazers on offense. They're on a 20-6 run. Lillard scanning the floor. Here's Ariza. The rebound by Anderson.
He'll breathe a big sigh of relief as they hang on to win this game. He's not done much to contribute tonight.
And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That is his first foul of the game. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Memphis. Anderson in the post. Hezonja defended. And another miss by Memphis.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Basket counts. McCollum's got the lead up to 14 now for Portland.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Pass to Valanciunas. Over Lillard. That one a little long.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range. Just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
Anderson against Ariza. Back to McCollum. Clock at 6. Top of the key. The offensive rebound. And Whiteside stays right with it.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
Anthony's checked in.
And checking out the numbers for Whiteside, since the All-Star break, he has been superb. He's right around 13 points a night, 12 rebounds, and almost 3 blocks. And what sets him apart is his rebounding. And as you can see, he's been in peak form.
This last stretch, unbelievable tenacity going to the glass. It's been reflected in that stat sheet.
He gets it in there.
Well, he's given himself a chance. 6 shots he's gotten up this quarter, but only able to convert on 1 of them.
And purely from a physical standpoint, John Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight, and few players are more explosive athletically.
Teardrop shot, and it's blocked by Whiteside. And he recovers it.
One thing Morant does with consistency, I mean, he keeps defenders off balance.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
He struggled mightily at the free throw line in their last game.
That's good from Morant. And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
And one of the younger players to enter the 2019 draft, Morant, wise beyond his years.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Melton. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Well, we've heard some people criticize the league's obsession with the three-pointer, saying the game is less fun to watch. You and I have talked to coaches who do not like the style of play. Would you agree with that?
You know what, I do, Kev, but it's all in the way that it happens. So let's talk about a team like Golden State, okay? Golden State shoots so many threes, right? But they don't shoot the most threes, and they have the best ball movement. And they still take the most number of twos. And so they have a balanced game. Now, they have 3 of the best shooters last season out of any team maybe in the history of the game. And they don't take the most threes, but then you have teams that have every guy shooting under 30%, and they're shooting 100 threes with no ball movement. Yeah, something's backwards. It's still about playing basketball and shooting threes, not shooting threes during a game that happens to be a basketball, if that makes any sense.
It does. Perfect sense. Good on both. Here's Lillard. He's coming off a 22-point game against Phoenix. Ariza outside. There's the pass to McCollum. Nobody near Lillard. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
And he knows it, too. He tried to get away with it. Sometimes you do. That time he didn't.
Now here's Morant. Over Anthony. Here's Valanciunas. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
His shooting has been a bright spot for them. Otherwise, they've struggled as a whole.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. Ariza has the open look. It's rebounded by Memphis.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
And it's Morant missing.
It's the look he wants and still no luck. Tough night for him.
Here's McCollum. That one off the back iron and out.
That's the only way to hold him in check. He's got it inside. You got to have a body on him right away.
Morant passes to Valanciunas. Another shot. It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Bell.
There's no quitting this guy. I mean, the high motor of Bell is what helps him come away with big rebounds.
Drills it from outside. 9 points for C.J. McCollum.
I mean, it took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come for him now.
Pass to Valanciunas and stolen by Lillard. And Anthony with the basket on the assist by Lillard. Anthony's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo, overpowering the D and still finishes.
The Grizzlies trail by 16. There's 1:54 left here in the second. Here's Morant. Second shot opportunity, and Valanciunas with the layup. Valanciunas has got 18 points.
Oh, it's tough trying to alter this focus. I mean, Valanciunas is great at staying in control.
Lillard outside. And it's Morant with the rebound.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
What an asset to a team when you've got big men who can knock down free throws. Look here at the top centers and power forwards in terms of free throw percentage this season. Carmelo Anthony fourth.
And a lot of these big men take the confidence they have in the paint straight to the free throw line with them. I mean, that makes them very hard to handle.
Yeah, because you know if you're going to be spending the majority of your time in the paint, you're going to get to the line a lot. So it serves you well to hit your free throws.
So for the Trailblazers, Trent's checked in, and it's Simons in for McCollum. Then for the Grizzlies, Gorgie Dang's checked in for Bell. Josh Jackson comes in for Anderson, and Jones subbed in for Morant. Good on the second free throw. We've got 1:23 left in the second quarter. Kicks it to Lillard. Beyond the arc. And another three for Portland.
It was a tough first quarter for him, but it's been a different story here in the second.
Outside, Jones. Outside, Jackson. A baseline J. Little with the rebound. Little's got 5 rebounds tonight. Lillard the pass to Simons. Outside Anthony. Not going to go that time. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. Here's Melton. Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
Straight up effort gets him those points. That's what it's all about on the offensive glass.
Lillard against Jones. And the basket by Lillard. Lillard's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Well, it's easy to appreciate Lillard. Fantastic at powering through the D and nailing the shots.
Melton feeling it out a bit. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, they've been shooting poorly. Is that good defense or bad offense?
Probably a little bit of both. I think we're competing defensively, and they've missed some opportunities.
It's led to good results for you, though. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's been a one-sided affair. Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 18 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. The first 2 quarters went very well for him. What did you think about Portland, Kenny?
One of the things Lillard gives you
year after year is consistency. Look at his stats. They're almost the same across the board every season. And then he has nights like this where he takes it up a notch.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Grizzlies.
Well, you live by the three and you die by the three. And today, they're dying. And as cold as they've been behind the arc, they keep firing from deep. What are you doing? I know they got a lot of ground to make up, but they can't continue with this game plan. Not working.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
Yeah, Greg, this game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Kicking off the second half, here's Taylor Jenkins's 5. Anderson is out there with Bell. Then it's Morant. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Melton in at the shooting guard position. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Morant dishes to Bell, and it's blocked. Valanciunas, good.
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backboard.
Pass to Little. Back to Lillard. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Bell passes to Morant. And finished off by Morant.
That's what a point guard with length gives you. I mean, Morant is built perfectly for the modern game.
Pass to Little. He's looking for Lillard and finds him.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, Kevin, you're right. They needed that. And I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
You better respect the interior game a little. When he gets deep inside, he forces the defense to hit him. Well, you think about a franchise player, it's hard to find a better example than Damian Lillard. His play, his presence, Kevin. He's one of the most important players in Blazers franchise history.
And the first one at the line is good. Yes, you were talking about the presence of Lillard. Very cool and always composed.
Oh, Kevin, I love Damian Lillard. I mean, he's from Oakland. He has that town toughness. He's got that dog in him. I mean, he speaks softly and carries a big stick.
Whiteside's checked in for Little. And both free throws good for Damian Lillard.
And what I love about Lillard now, I mean, the excellence. He's so consistent. That's how you do it. You come out, you bust your butt, and you compete at a high level every night.
Valanciunas trying to free himself up. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Trailblazers leading by 16. Lillard outside. From deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Lillard's got 9 points now in just the second half. Here's Melton. 7 points in the game. Now the pass to Valanciunas. Shoots a fader. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 11 rebounds in the game. A reason to what?
The rotation in the D could be better here. It'll cost them next time if it's not.
To the paint, here's Valanciunas, and he uses the glass on the layup. Valanciunas has got 6 points in the quarter. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. McCollum with the ball. 9 points in the game so far. And here's Whiteside. Just 5 to shoot. McCollum finds Whiteside. Back to McCollum. Doesn't go for it. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Here's Melton. He's guarded by McCollum. Bell's shot is good. Bell's got 5 points so far.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Ariza outside. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Shooting for Portland, Carmelo Anthony. Taking 2 shots.
First one falls for Kazanya. He's checked in for Trevor Ariza. He doesn't get the second one. We see the shift toward players on competing teams becoming friends. How does that compare to when you played, Chris?
It's a little bit different. The players that I admired the most, I wouldn't be friendly with on purpose. We were in the same position. A guy like KG, one of my favorite players ever. We're close now. But during when we played, it was either me or him.
Really?
It was both of us. I didn't want to hang around with him, and I'm trying to beat him in the summer. But, you got guys like the Banana Boat crew and LeBron and Wade. They're good friends anyway. Melo and Bron came in 1 and 2, and they had that relationship. So I think relationships are always great. Really, it's just about can you turn the friendship off when you cross the line? I know that Banana Boat crew can, and I know others can as well. And that's all you want. As much as you're friends off the court, I want you to dislike each other on the court through your friendship, just like a big brother, little brother type of thing. So I don't think it's a problem.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Trent's checked in. So it's Portland now. And Lillard kicks to Whiteside. He's looking for Lillard and finds him. And he converts the layup. Lillard's got 11 in the second half.
This quarter expending tremendous energy at the offensive end. He's not slowing down. He's still calling for it.
Here's Morant. Here's Valanciunas. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Portland called for the foul.
Oh, man, I love watching Valanciunas score the ball. He makes it look so easy. And he makes the defense feel uneasy out there.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. Both shots good from the stripe. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. It's an 18-point game. Trent passes to Whiteside. Here's Trent, defended by Bell. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And here's a look at some numbers for Lillard.
And guys, he's regressed a little bit offensively. He hasn't been the same this month as he was earlier in the season. He's lacking the edge that he had, and he needs to change his mindset. Stop sitting back and get into attack mode.
And he makes the first. And the Grizzlies making a change here. Zhang's checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. The Grizzlies trail by 20. Passes it to Morant. With the floater, and the layup is up and in. Morant's got 7 points in the game.
Just to make him a little more unstoppable, Morant's developed a deadly teardrop.
Ball's knocked loose. McCollum outside. Pass to Lillard. 6 to shoot. On the money from 12 feet away. Lillard's got 13 points now in the quarter.
His energy level has never dropped in his game. I mean, he's working his tail off. And the D struggling to keep up.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Some bad shot selection as well as some bad luck. I mean, that's not going to help you score points.
Jones, he's checked in for Morant. Shooting at a high percentage. All teams aim to do that. Let's see the league's best. In third, the Grizzlies.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
Outside, Jones. But they recover it.
Now, that's made a huge difference in this game, if you ask me. Their offensive rebounding has been sensational.
Portland leading by 20. Hazonia kicks to Lillard. Brooks against McCollum. Lillard way outside. And Valanciunas pulls it down. Valanciunas has got his 16th rebound on the night. On the wing, Jones. Here's Zhang. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area, really keeps the defense honest.
Oh, yeah. Flexibility is crucial. You have to be able to take what the defense gives you.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
Shooting from Portland, Hassan Whiteside. 2 shots.
Free throw, good, Whiteside. Simons, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And Memphis also making a switch. Jackson's checked in. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Memphis Grizzlies, trailing by 19. Brooks feeling it out a bit. Poked away, and that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession.
And checking out the stats for Lillard. He's been on a tremendous roll since the All-Star break, averaging about 27 points a game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And you like what he brings backing up the point guard.
Yeah, no doubt. He knows how to run this offense. A tremendous asset to this team coming off the bench.
And Memphis making a change here. Anderson's checked in.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurt me.
And Lillard throws it down.
All right, I'm telling you, don't let Lillard get in rhythm. Once he's feeling it, he's going to burn you on every possession.
Jones against Lillard. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Damian Lillard.
Shooting fouls. Tyus Jones. At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. And so Jones nails both of them.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Lillard against Jones. From deep. And Damian Lillard, good for the 3. Lillard's got 18 points now here in the second half.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
Here's what Portland has lined up on their schedule. On Sunday, the Houston Rockets will come into town. And then on Tuesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And the matchup with the Timberwolves, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Brooks. Trailblazers leading by 20. Lillard the pass to Simons. Back to Lillard from the arc. Brooks grabs the board. Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Pass to Anderson. He kicks it to Jones. Anderson outside. Shot clock at 6. And it's Hazanya with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Brooks right side. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Brooks has got 12 points in the game.
These are what I call rhythm shots. When Brooks nails these, it helps get him going.
Lillard the pass to Simons. Back to Lillard. 3-pointer. Offensive rebound. Whiteside, good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Jones, no luck. Portland leading by 20. To the middle. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
They're taking it right into the teeth of the defense, and it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
Yeah, it's getting to him, GA. I mean, the lack of communication, the lack of trust.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Ariza's checked in. Free throw, good, Whiteside. The Grizzlies shooting struggles apparent, 37% from the field. Jones dishes to Jackson. That one, no good. Good D by Ariza. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points. And the shot goes in.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Just a dream scenario for them so far. Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Here's Azania. And Portland again with the bucket.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, when you're executing at this rate, you feel like no one can slow you down.
Jackson finds Brooks. Over Trent. Arm's length from the hoop, he knocks it down. 14 points for Brooks.
And sometimes it seems Brooks is better at scoring like this. I mean, he enjoys overcoming challenges.
The pass to Whiteside. Here's Simons. Passes it to Trent for 3. The shot that time, not on target. And it's Memphis the other way. Anderson kicks to Jones. 1:05 left here in the 3rd quarter. Pass to Brooks. Shot clock at 5. Good D by Ariza.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
2 points. That one goes. Trent's got 4 this quarter.
What about the vision of Ariza just slashing the D apart with his passing?
Now here's Jones. Defense is right there. Out to Brooks. Launches a 3. Again, the miss by Brooks.
It's only a matter of time until this 3-point shot comes back to him. I mean, he knocked down 2 threes before halftime. Nothing so far here in the second. The timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Outside, Jones. Left side, Jackson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one is on Ariza.
Yeah, and the versatility of Jackson's game. He's a super confident kid who certainly has the potential to be a star.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. So it's both teams making substitutions here. That one is no good. Pass to Simon. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. They kept going to him again and again. And he delivered with a monster quarter. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And for Portland, they're shooting at 51%. Really solid. They've got Little, and it's Simons in at the point guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Here's Swanigan. No good off the back of the rim.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And the pass to Jang. Chris, there is that transition from being a player to retirement. It can be a challenge for some. What were the keys that you found in succeeding at that?
Well, first I think it's adjusting to the fact you don't have the same schedule. You don't have a physical release that you used to have. You miss the locker room and the camaraderie with all the guys. So you miss the culture. But secondly, I would say take all the lessons that you learned, and for me this was big, from sports and use them in business. So in business, I became a rookie in other areas. I found a Chris Mullin type in business. I found a Latrell Sprewell type, guys that would mentor you, guys that you would play on their team. Humble yourself, get back to it, get to practice, get to meetings early, stay at practice late, stay at meetings and be the last one that leaves, and just take the culture of basketball, infuse that athletic personality into the personality of whatever you go into next, and you can use those tenets to have a wonderful retirement and really enjoy it. So for me, it's been awesome. And by the way, I've had twins, and so since retiring, and that'll keep you just as busy as it was you were playing. So you can find ways to keep that same lifestyle.
That's right, and some sound advice too. And he makes both free throws. Now Jones. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Passes it to Jackson. The Grizzlies keeping it alive with a new 14. And here's Portland. Here's Trent. Pass to Gabriel. Simons surveying the D. Pass to Trent. Clock at 6. Goes back up. It's rebounded by Memphis. Jang's got rebound number 5 here tonight. High arcing shot. The rebound by Simons. The Trailblazers have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. See, Webb, if we lower the draft age back to 18, the league will take a larger role developing high school players. Your thoughts?
Well, I think I think it could be a safety net. You know, so many kids are vulnerable at this time, and they don't have a system, and that's why everything's kind of been messed up for players, trying to figure out what is the correct system. How do I really get immersed? I want to be in the NBA. What is the right way? And I think the younger you are, with the more direction that you have, it can only turn out to be a safer process, I would hope.
And getting better pro-level training, too, coaching.
Yeah, pro-level training, pro-level knowledge, pro-level relationships. I think it's a great thing by the league.
McCollum's checked in for the Trailblazers. The Grizzlies also making a change. Morant, he's checked in for Tyus Jones. Now here's Morant. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
That's a high-level finish for Morant, showing more strength than he's really given credit for.
Morant.
And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
One shot.
That's good from Morant. And Morant really impacts the game in every area.
It's incredible, Kevin. He gives you the points, the assists, the rebounds. But then you look at the box score and you also see a block, a couple steals. And I like that he shoots a high percentage at the line.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. The good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Morant. 7 points for Josh Jackson.
Oh, man, one of the smoothest young playmakers I've seen. Morant's passes are almost always on time and on point.
McCollum passes to Simons. McCollum, and the second chance over by McCollum.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Now here's Morant. He's covered closely.
I tell you what, the spin move did more than just confuse the D. Looked like he's a little woozy on that off-balance attempt.
Here's Simons. And the rejection by Jackson. Now here's Morant. He's tightly guarded. Here's Hanna. And it's Portland with the rebound. Little's got 6 rebounds in the game. With the G League growing by leaps and bounds, one is now being brought to Mexico City, Chris.
I mean, first of all, let's go back to last season. Did you see how crazy those fans were in Jurassic Park in Toronto?
Yeah, they love it.
Can you imagine Mexico? Oh, my
They'll
God.
love it.
This
You
would
better
be
believe
great.
it.
Mexico City, yeah. Let's bring everyone in, all the fans in. And what I really love is that it's for the home fan base. So when I think of the Toronto Raptors, I think about the city of Toronto. I think about Canada and how it's theirs. And even though we're one league, that team is theirs, and they take that pride on, and it just brings so much more excitement. Can you imagine all the people in Mexico City being excited for their team? Oh, I want to be at one of the first games when that happens because I know the crowd is going to be sick. It's going to be crazy. I want to be there.
And now Lillard running the floor all by himself.
And look at how quickly Lillard leaps out of transition. He wants to run down the throat of the D, burn him in the open floor.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And that one's good. Morant.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Lillard. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Lillard outside. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Here's Morant. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Chris, regarding the overstated pre-draft concerns about Luka Doncic, even as the game goes international, it seemed like many GMs are scared to go all in on European players.
And rightfully so. It's a new area, and if they're not immersed into the culture, it may be a little more trepidation on that end. But I would just say, just look at the really the great stories. Whether you're talking about the Vlade Divas or the Sabos that came into the game, and even you can
Dirk
go to
Nowitzki.
Marshall
all
Lonis,
these
Dirk
guys.
Nowitzki. Yeah, come on, Porzingis. We got a lot of great players from overseas that have shown us that they can make the way. But the mistake would be is thinking just because someone lives close to him, they would have the game of a Dirk Nowitzki, and that's not true. So you need to do your due diligence, but I think European players have already proved the type of heart, skill set, and mindset that they come to this game with, which is at the top.
He hits both from the stripe. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. Ariza outside. The pass to McCollum. And the rejection by Valanciunas. Now here's Morant. Covered by Lillard. And that one's good. Morant's got 9 points now in the quarter.
But how about this turnaround? He played a fringe role in the first half, and now he's the man for them.
And it's Lillard missing. Grizzlies have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth, and even 50%. And here's Morant. Tries from 10. Here's Valanciunas. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Oh, he uses his physical tools to the fullest when attacking the defense. That's a heads-up play by Valanciunas.
Lillard. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Lillard's got 43 points.
He's kept the integrity of their offense tonight by moving and cutting and scoring every time they've needed him to.
Here's Melton. Ariza covering. Kicks it to Brooks. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Melton. Rebounded by McCollum. McCollum's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Ariza. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And even though, Chris, he isn't the athletic dynamo he once was, the length of Ariza is always a factor.
Yeah, I mean, for years now, Ariza has been a nuisance for opposing scorers with his reach. And, Kevin, you know he's great at contesting shots, and he's good for at least 1 or 2 takeaways a game.
That free throw, no good.
And it's easy to see why a team would want Ariza on their roster. Makes the right decisions, mentors young players, and is well respected throughout the league.
Swanigan, he's checked in for Whiteside. No luck that time either. And Chris, underclassmen entering the draft, they can now hire agents, get help attending workouts, and still retain their eligibility. Do you like that move?
I love the move, Kevin. You know what it does? It helps less to fall by the wayside. So you come out of college, you don't know how good you are. You don't, it's based off ego, how hard you worked, family and friends telling you, go, get the money. But what's your testing route? You don't know. You don't have a full context. So I love the fact that it lets you go out there and see. And if you have any trepidation, go back to school. You got another year. So, yes, I love this move.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Morant passes to Valanciunas. Down low. And Anderson slams it in.
He's not much of a dunker, but Anderson will pick his spots nicely and then displays great shot selection.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. Ariza passes to Swanigan. McCollum outside. A second chance effort. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Clearly a foul.
Shooting for Portland, Caleb Swanigan. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Hey, Chris, for some guys, playing in their hometown is a dream. But there's also that added pressure, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, at least when you play away from home, it's a little more quiet. You don't have to get as many tickets for the game. When I got a chance to play home in Detroit, it was one of the best moments of my life. And I thought to myself, this is a wonderful feeling, but could I have handled it for 15 years in my career? I don't know. That's 30 tickets a game. Oh, I probably would have to go back into the NBA again just to pay for those tickets. But I tell you what, it's fun. And for me, a mama's boy, eating your mama's cooking before a game, it is never, ever, I've never had a better feeling before a game. eating her food than being able to go out and play.
I bet. Here's Gabriel, guarded by Jackson. Here's Anthony. It's not going to go for him. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. And it's denied. They get back. Portland's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Here's Hannes. Anderson outside. Pass to Hannes. To the inside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
At the line for the Grizzlies. At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
That one is off. Floor spacing, Chris, now so big in the NBA. And big men have the room to put up some unbelievable numbers.
Oh, man, look at Lopez out there in Bucks land. I mean, look what he's doing in Milwaukee, just shooting threes from deep. The same, you got to go to Embiid, Porzingis, and we already seen what the great Dirk Nowitzki has done through his career spacing the floor. Look, it adds time onto your career because you don't have to just go down there and bang and be one-dimensional in the paint. It makes your teammates better because now you're spacing the floor, which gives them room to drive. And if you're really working on your game, you can really make your teammates better because now you have more passing lanes because you're further away from the basket. So as any post player knows, it's a blessing to be surrounded by great shooters, and now big men, they got a little more room out there.
To the wing on the left. Takes a 3. Drills the three-pointer.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Trailblazers leading by 21. Pass to Carmelo. Here's Gabriel. He kicks to McCollum. Shot clock at 5. Grizzlies with the rebound. Left side, Jackson. He's guarded by McCollum. Second shot opportunity. Jackson misses.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Oh, man, an awful display from him so far. But you know he's going to keep working to try to turn it around.
1:44 left in the fourth quarter. Knocked away. Gabriel, the pass to Simons. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Swanigan, no good.
You hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Trailblazers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
And so they're able to even up the season series at a game apiece with one left to play, exacting a little revenge and really saving face. They did not want to go down 2-0.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Damian Lillard.
They needed someone to do the heavy lifting tonight, and he was their man, scoring every way he knows how.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. They have a 19-point lead. Anthony against Anderson. Pass to Simons. And a miss there on the triple.
His three-point game hasn't been there for him today, but don't sleep on him. At any moment, he could get his touch back.
Here's Hanna's. Here's Valanciunas off on that one. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks a lot. Dame, you guys got off to a slow offensive start, but came back and got the win. What got going?
It wasn't the prettiest game. You know, we didn't shoot the ball well, but we just had to find ourselves. I think we did a great job of sticking with it. Some shots started to fall and we was able to pull away.
And that ball goes in the basket, everything changes, right? Thanks, Dame. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. So long.